I had to kind of learn to keep my mouth shut a lot, like.
There's a safety out,
I can tell that I'm annoying them by just taking up so much space. But
Hi guys, this is Sima and today we are in Nagano, Japan and we'll be interviewing foreigners if there's any culture shock they experienced during their stay in Japan. So let's see what they said.
What's your name? My name is Ruby Lemon.
And you're from?
I'm from Sydney, Australia.
Is there something you experienced that is like a bit out of like as a culture shock? And then later maybe you found out it's not the culture or...
I don't know. I just find that like there's just so many people constantly everywhere. And they're always on a mission and I'm like, I have no idea where I'm going. Okay. I don't know, I just find that, I guess a lot different to Australia. Everything's like chill. And I know where I'm going back at home, I guess.
Yeah.
But we haven't walked into any trouble yet, which is good. That's about it. It's been so chill.
Is there something very different than your expectation? In terms of just daily...
Just like lots of people. Like that's just what I don't know. Like I expected it to be like intense. Lots of people, like getting lost.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just a lot. Not to take in, but it's really cool though.
So what's your name?
James,
And you're from?
Australia, Melbourne.
So is there something you noticed that like experienced it as a culture shock or something?
Definitely, yeah, it's definitely a bit of a culture shock. It's a lot more fast-paced than back home for sure. Like Melbourne's pretty fast-paced, but yeah, everyone's just got a place to be, and I guess probably the food. I suppose. Oh, we'd probably already eaten quite a bit of sort of ramen and stuff at home. I suppose. Yeah, same. So, but yeah, I guess there's not really at home. I feel like there's a lot more.
Yeah.
Different stuff to choose from, whereas like it's like either ramen or you've got like beef and katsu. Obviously Ruby's seafood, which I don't really eat seafood that much. I wish I liked it, but I don't. I'm trying. But yeah, and I don't know what I was going with that. Not too much of a shock. I was sort of mentally prepared for it already, and I'm pretty open to eating most things, but except for really fishy.
Okay. Is there like anything specific that you found completely different from your like culture, in a good way or in a bad way?
No, nothing has been bad like by a shock. Everything's just been awesome. Like it's just overload, a lot of sensory overload with just the lights and everything's so crammed together in a good way though. Of course, like it's fine. Like it's just the way that you guys or that Japan like squeezes so many restaurants in like one little space, like on top of each other. Like it's awesome. You have so many different options to go to, and I don't know what a shock was. Probably the train system. That was crazy. Like the multiple different like trains and like that was the biggest shock. I think it wasn't as simple as just like it's just so many different links. I don't know what else has been a shock to me. That no one wears helmets on bikes.
Oh yeah.
How crazy it is, like how much traffic there is here, and no one wears helmets. Like back home, you get slapped a $500 fine easy. Like, yeah, like it's just wild. There's a safety out,
Wow.
That's a shock. Yeah. That's what I'll go with. Helmets.
Is there something you guys found like you did, but later you found out that it was wrong, like doing in Japan, maybe rude or something?
I feel like they're too nice to tell us if we did something wrong.
We did go to, where was, in Osaka, there was this district, I don't know what it was called, but a lot of anime stores and comics and stuff. And we walked, there was multi-level building, and we walked around one level and it kind of looked like manga, but we found out later it was explicit graphic novels, and we hadn't realized. We felt a bit embarrassed, but nobody cared when we walked out, but we just didn't know what we were where we were walking around, because there was no English sort of signs to tell us. But
Manners,
so
something like that, like manners, eating manners or whatever.
no one pulls us up on
we
anything.
did a bit of research before we come to make sure that we sort of had a little bit of an idea.
Yeah.
So we've been pretty lucky. We got social media really helps you out with that sort of thing.
What's your name?
My name is Alex.
Okay, so where are you from?
I'm from France.
Is there something like you did wrong and you kind of felt embarrassed or something?
Not really. I knew about like not picking up your phone. You know, you kind of just like. The thing is, I travel. I don't have it with me, but I'll go pick it up later. I have a huge backpack that I travel with, and when I have to get in the metro, and it's like double my size, I try to squeeze it as much as possible and like try to take up as less space as possible. But obviously, when it's rush hour and you're like shoulder to shoulder with everyone else, it's kind of like I can tell that I'm annoying them by just taking up so much space. But I try my best to just be polite and just hold everything together. Yeah, exactly. But like, I'm just here and I'm trying to like not be a nuisance, and I'm just here with my big bag, like, hello.
I can understand.
But yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, but in terms of, for example, like some chopstick use, I personally had experience, like
Yeah.
things I was not supposed to do, like putting the chopstick like vertically and
Yeah.
sucking it into the rice.
So I knew about that. I knew like you can't put it down. Only I think it's like funerals or something.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know that, and he was like, "Don't do that."
Yeah, so one thing that I did is actually when I'm like moving a plate, I put the chopsticks in my mouth and then move it. And like I saw on Instagram the next day, it's like there's a word for it. It's like you can't do it. And also like putting the chopsticks on a plate and dragging the plate as well. You can't do that. So I try my best to just eat with the chopsticks, and when I'm not using it, I just put it straight on the table and just don't do anything about it. Yeah, I don't want to risk any like breaking the culture and seeing disrespectful. So it's like, oh, okay, now I'm
What's
done.
your name?
Bree.
Where are you from?
I'm from New Zealand
And how long have you been in Japan?
for 6 months now.
For 6 months. Why did you come to Japan in the first place?
Well, the friends that I was staying with down in Shikoku were having a baby. So I wanted to come for that and then help out over the summer with their business because she couldn't do much being super pregnant. So I was kind of taking over her job
I see.
and just hanging out. Yeah.
I see. So how long have you been here so far?
Since July.
Since July.
Yeah.
How was it? How was your experience? Anything like very different you experienced it from your home country?
It's beautiful. It's super quiet. Where I was living was very inaka, like countryside. And but most of my neighbours were like over the age of 70 and very kind people would bring me fruit as like little gifts and check on me. I had one of my neighbours who would come and help me with my veggie garden. And we couldn't really speak to each other because I don't know much Japanese and he wouldn't know English, but we'd just chat through like Google Translate, and this guy's like in his 80s using Google Translate.
Any culture shock you had?
It's very quiet. I think New Zealand is pretty loud everywhere, and New Zealanders are very loud, so I had to kind of learn to keep my mouth shut a lot, you know, like can't just crack up laughing in public or something, you know, like that. Nice though. It's peaceful and very safe here. I never feel afraid. Super safe. The only things I was afraid of was like the mukade. They were scary, but otherwise super chill.
Is there something you did? I mean, which you later found out that like it's no, you should not do in Japan?
Oh, the bare feet. In New Zealand, we're barefoot all the time.
Okay.
And my friend and her husband would kind of like subtly tell me to put my shoes back on if I was in the library or something, which I get, you know, but it was the summer, so I was just used to wearing my feet bare, walking around like that. So,
What's your name?
My name is Riley.
And you're from?
I'm from Canada.
So after coming here, like what's the like few things you experienced it that you didn't expect? Maybe you later found out that it's the wrong thing to do, or like culturally speaking, or
Yeah, because I took so many Japanese classes and I had Japanese friends back home too. I was, I guess, less surprised. Like I knew a lot of the do's and don'ts before coming here. But I guess just kind of the hospitality here, and people can. They say things, but they're not as direct, so you kind of have to read between the lines to kind of know what they're saying.
What's your name? My name is Elina. Where did you come from? I live in Finland, but I was born in Belgium.
When did you come to Japan?
2 days ago.
Are you planning to stay for longer or as a vacation just for a few days?
I came for a homestay in Matsumoto. So
I'm guessing you cannot speak Japanese.
A little bit I try, but
Okay.
I noticed when I came on Sunday that it's so rusty, so I
What's the thing that surprised you, which is completely kind of different from the place you come from?
that's a difficult one too, because I've been like watching and studying and reading about Japan since for 20 years plus, so
Really?
it's not a surprise anymore. But I like the smell of Japan.
Wow.
I think it smells like laundry.
Oh,
A very good smell.
okay, so
Yeah, so it was not a surprise, but it's always like, wait,
Yeah.
it's the second time I come, but each
Yeah.
time it's like every day. It's so nice smelling.
oh yeah. Because of anime, or how come you just started learning about Japan?
Well, you guessed right.
Yeah.
It all started in Dragon Ball,
Oh yeah.
like many of us.
Yeah. So with anime, wow, yeah, I can see lots of people are just coming here just because they love anime and they just want to see the country and the culture, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm not like a super anime fan. I don't watch any anime anymore.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
started with Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Anything you found kind of similar to your home country culture?
Maybe the detachment of people towards each other. I mean, Finland is not very warm, like very touchy country. So we keep the distance also, like in Japan. But no, we are all the same, all different, and that's
I can understand.
So, hope you enjoyed that video. How about you guys? Where are you from and where are you living now? And is there anything you experienced which is completely different from your own home country's culture? Let us know in the comments. For next time video, we'll be interviewing foreigners, their most favorite and least favorite Japanese food. So if you don't want to miss that video, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. If you like this video, make sure to like the video and share to your friends and family. Thank you for watching. See you next time.